yeah. It's that time again. But this time, I'm not at home. I'm somewhere else, obviously, as you can tell. Anyway, before we get started tonight, Michael came up with a good topic. We're going to talk about maintenance on our vehicles tonight. He's done some research on some stuff, and then we're going to share how we, each of us, tasks our maintenance issues. So, but before we do that, let's talk about our sponsors real quick. Special thanks to Overland Addict, Midland Radio, which it's not official yet, but we kind of inked a 1-year deal with them. So we're happy to have them as part of the family here. More Expo, the Overland Essentials, CBI Off-Road, and Prince Design Studios. Also, thanks to some companies that support us in other ways: Onyx Map, Zero Breeze, Step 22, Pale Blue, and Red Arc. Please do us a favor, hit up the Overland Radio website and check out the affiliate links. We have a lot of affiliate links that help support us. Also, hey, take a minute, go share this right now on all your different social media pages, and that way we can bring some new folks in and expand our reach a little bit. You can also text radio to 833-352-0272. We'll add you to our text list, and you'll get a text notification when we go live or any other kind of special thing. So tonight's show is going to be about maintenance. Let's get our buddy Michael in here, the host of the show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the All Over Overland show. I'm Michael. That's Lee. He already does that stuff, but it just feels good when I do it. I need to give you your shout out too, Lee. You bring me on, but I mean, feel like I need to be like,
I'm behind the scenes, man.
And that guy.
That guy.
I voted. Today's vote
hey.
day. Probably where you live. It's like a midterm thing, so it's not really. You're voting for who you're going to vote for later.
There you go.
I mean, right? You want to make sure they have a chance. I think is the point. But enough of that nonsense, because there's been enough political bullshit. We're not going there. Hey, where are you at? What's going on? You're not at home. I heard you say all that, but I tuned most of it out.
Wow. I feel the love now. All of a sudden, you tuned me out. So I am on the road. Spent most of this month in Colorado. I came home for like 5 days, maybe. Unloaded, repacked, and I am currently sitting in the Opus camper in Grand Junction. And tonight I did come to a state park here right along the Colorado River because I wanted to be able to plug in the air conditioner because holy bejesus, it's 95 today, degrees. Huh? Yeah. And
he was bragging yesterday about it being like 55 degrees. So
it was. I woke up this morning, it was 50, and I'm like, oh yeah. So anyway, so I'm here so I can have some good internet and electricity to have air condition so that my moobs don't sweat too bad. And tomorrow is heading north towards Dinosaur, Utah, or Colorado, wherever that is, up in that area, and then Ogden to see my grandkids and my daughter and her husband.
You're finally going to get to go see Top Gun,
and then I'm going to go see Top Gun because we had an agreement. My daughter and I.
Wait till you see it.
I know my daughter.
You're a pilot.
I know, and
so,
but we had a deal. Neither one of us would go see it until I got there, so we could go together. So we're going to go.
Not true. When you were in town, you and I went and saw it.
Lies. It's all lies.
You can't prove.
But that's a good one. But that's a good one, though. I will say that. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be nice. And then after that, I think
where
I'm
are you
going
headed?
up.
Did you say why you're going on this trip?
Oh, so I'm headed to Pacific Northwest for the expo. After I leave Ogden, I'm going to Idaho to hang out with the CBI and Princeton guys, and I think we're going to do some type of trail or trip out towards Pacific Northwest. And so, yeah, looking forward to that. Then after that, I'm not really sure. I get 2 or 3 options here.
Very cool.
So,
Very
So
nice.
anyway,
I'm glad you got that CBI rack on your truck then.
yeah, and you notice I'm wearing my CBI hat.
There you go. I'm gonna go hang out with those guys. I better take this alley cab off.
Well, I didn't see a reason leaving the alley cab on. I wasn't going to use it. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And so I thought,
Other
well,
than it's an enclosed place to put stuff.
it is, but
You know?
I put the Yakima casket on there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Did you like? So Lee
Yeah.
posts that he's got a picture of the truck with the trailer and the racks on there and what you got on the side of it. Like, it's just whatever.
It's a
Stuff
Yakima.
on the side of it. But anyway,
Yeah,
he's got a Yakima hard-sided, like torpedo travel case on the top of this roof rack.
Yep.
So I made the comment of, what rooftop tin is that? No one else thought it was funny, I guess, because Lee was the only one really to respond. And we just thought it was funny because he knew I was giving him shit.
Yeah, it's the Yakima casket model.
Casket.
So,
yeah, that's what I was like laughing about.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we got some people on today.
Let's talk about maintenance, man.
Okay. Okay. So questions will come up from this. Let me pull this up.
I got a really good idea. Why don't we have people ask us questions?
Well, that's totally fine. But I wanted to, some people don't know what the real numbers are.
Okay.
When you should do shit. Okay.
So
this all started with the idea that,
I said, give it to us.
So it all started with the idea about differential fluid. Like, I'm like, other than being a four-wheel drive guy, I never would have thought to change my differential fluid in my car. Right?
Yeah, sure.
Think about it. I never would have thought that I should change that out. Anyway,
I don't think I ever have.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't know. Think about that. I don't know that I've kept the car long enough.
So how often? I want to ask this in the peanut gallery. I want to ask, how often do you think you should change out your differential fluid?
Was it 50,000 or 100,000?
Okay, that's one answer. Do we have anybody in here that wants to?
Well, Skip's in here. He's going to know all the answers to this stuff.
Skip's asking a question.
I know, but he's trying to. What he's asking is, okay. So let's finish Michael's question first.
Yeah, let's finish my differential. So what it says is that you should change it every 30 to 60,000 miles. Look at your owner's manual. I'm getting all this off of Google. So I think it's funny that there's such a big range.
Yeah, 30 to 60. And I would have guessed that, it's based on the vehicle.
But I didn't type in four-wheel drive. I just said differential fluid.
Maybe it knows. It's been listening.
Maybe that's true.
That's it.
But I will say that it's highly recommended that if you overland and do any kind of creek crossing, you should at least check it for coloring when you get back from a creek crossing. So
Lester just actually posted diff changes varies on pulling and do you do many water crossings? So I mean, I'd say there's been a lot of people that didn't realize that the diff has a breather tube, got water in it, and then just kept on going, and that water breaks down that oil, and eventually, doesn't it get hot and you have a little condensation, turns to rust maybe or whatever, and the bearings fail.
Like a weird color whenever it gets water in it.
Yeah, it's like milky or something.
Yeah.
So Lester asked this question: how often do you service your transmission when you pull a trailer? That's a really good question.
Does my truck have a transmission?
So, for instance, like on my Colorado, there are guys who flush the transmission and change the filter every 30,000. I think it's 30,000. There's some guys post that in the groups. I believe my manual says 50,000, but a key indicator for transmission fluid is Start it up, get it running, pull the dipstick out for your transmission, look at it, see if it's instead of a red color, more of a brown color, and smell it, see if it smells burnt. That's a good indication.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And we
might
had a
be
lot of
time.
people comment on the diff fluid. Yeah, it totally depends on
Yeah.
water and mud crossings, and how often you're getting that in the elements.
Yeah. Oil
and
changes are a government conspiracy.
we
Jeremiah.
ran Sprinter vans, and we would do it every 10,000 miles. But I did find it interesting. So one of the things that I looked up on Google, I didn't go any further than Google. So if you just type in, how often, whatever, that's kind of the way I did it. But oil changes, it did say 5,000 to 7,500 miles, which I thought it was going to say a lower range than that.
Yeah.
Because I do believe there's a conspiracy theory. But they may have readjusted with oil prices.
God.
So that could be a readjustment. But I
Listen,
mean, I'm
no
probably,
political shit, no political stuff tonight, or I'm going to have your uterus yanked out.
But Lee, let me ask you this. Let's go back a little bit.
Yeah.
So diff fluid.
Yeah.
Have you changed the diff fluid in your truck since you owned it?
No, I haven't. I just turned 40,000 miles on it, and after this
you've gone through more widened crossings than most.
That's fair. I did actually take the plug out and stick my finger in there to see what color it was.
And have you serviced your transmission?
Nope. When I get back, I will. Fuck off.
That's why I wanted to do this show, because I wanted to expose probably both of us.
So
I knew I was going to expose me, but probably both of us.
More me. So my truck has 42,000 miles. It's almost 43,000 miles on it. It's not even 2 years old yet. When I get back, I've got to get the transmission. When I get back in late August, after I put another 10,000
miles later. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
wow.
I know this is a crazy theory, but y'all hear me out. I think now I'm talking about my truck. I see guys that post.
This works for me.
Yeah, this works for me. I see guys post in the Colorado forums and all that they have these, transmission issues. I think that transmission is built to work like a pack mule, because I got 43,000 miles on it, and probably 36 or 35 of those have had trailers behind it, at least 3,000 to 5,000 pounds. And that thing doesn't miss a lick. I mean, I came over, what's the hell? The big pass coming this way. Anyway, the ski resorts up there. But anyway, went over a big pass earlier, and I mean, coming down the hill, you set it on cruise for about 36. The engine brake kicks on, it downshifts, and it holds the truck there. Going back up the hill, it shifts, and I will say this, my transmission gets to about 220 to 230 pulling the hill hard, but under normal circumstances, it's, 195 or something like that. So
you've been super impressed with that truck.
I can't complain. Knock on some wood here. Skip says no. Good answer. Was my water every 5,000 miles? Yeah,
it's been pretty awesome. So I'm up probably for an oil change. I'm probably at about 12,000 miles since an oil change. I'm probably up for one. It's probably time.
You know what? Craig's got a good point. I saw one of these little DIY kits at what was it? Not O'Reilly's, but Advanced Auto Parts. The other day, they had a display set up, and it had it wasn't a pouch; it was more of a tube or something. Anyway, but it had
a squeezy thing.
Yeah, and then it had a bag, like a big heavy.
You're basically like siphoning it out of the.
Yeah, and then you put the new bag in it. Yeah.
I had to do that with my Liberty.
The thing about changing oil in the truck. I mean, I'm pretty religious about that. 5,000 miles, I do it. You know, but what I hate is one taking it to the dealer and paying. I mean, my oil changes are about $350.
It's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
But I hate getting underneath the truck and changing the oil myself. So I took a play from the playbook of having a boat dealership, and I get the engine warm, and then I ram a tube down the dipstick tube. Say that three times fast, and use one of our pumps that we use in the with the boats and siphon the oil out from the pan.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
You can get that. You can get a hose down there all the way down to the bottom of the pan.
There's a little tiny hose that goes down into your dipstick tube, and you have to get the oil hot. So that's how we did it on the boats.
You're getting old. You need a hose down your dips.
Don't laugh. Ain't gonna be long. You're gonna be in there getting hosed in your old bum. I'm stopped up. I ain't eating enough fiber. Somebody clean me out.
So you get your oil change religiously. You're one of those good boys. That's the one thing you do.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing. I think I washed it the other day for the first time in like 6 months too.
Hey, when you get a headlight that's out, do you change both?
Yeah, actually, I do.
Yeah,
because
I feel like
Murphy's
the
Law
brightness part. Well, the brightness is different in a new light versus a light that's probably 3/4 of its life done. Probably.
I just work off Murphy's Law. If one went out, if I change the one, the other one's going to go. Yeah.
Yeah, that also is.
Skip, you're right. It's not a boat, but man, I just changed the oil like it's a boat now.
Huh. Okay. So, what are some weird maintenance things that you do?
Wait. We had this conversation earlier. Every time you get your oil changed, do you or do you not rotate your tires?
No,
I do.
I didn't even know that the place that I go to rotated tires until I took the company car in. And I was like, you don't have, by chance, like, since I'm here. No, yeah, we can do that. I was like, really? Okay.
All along, you could have had this done. Yeah.
But I usually go to, I buy my tires at Discount Tire. Shout out Discount Tire. You know, I'm probably going to need some in the next year or so.
Shout out to them because they've done all I buy my tires there too.
Yeah, I buy all my tires through them. My Yokohama Geolanders MT. Yeah, those are from Discount Tire here. Anyway, but I take them there to get my rotation done because it's free.
Yeah. I camped with the guy that takes care of all their customer service.
Oh, wow.
He is a really nice guy. Him and his family camped at they have an Opus.
Gotcha. You see Lee or Lester, Skip, whatever his name is, says rotate 6,000 miles.
I just honestly, Skip, I rotate mine every time I get an oil change, and that's 5,000 miles.
And really, that's it. Like putting that together is a great way to like make sure that you accomplish both of those things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should take that play out of your playbook, but I probably won't. But that's why I bought a Nissan, because they'll run forever.
Hell yeah, man. It's a rice rocket.
Hey, do you ever check your lug nuts?
Is this a personal question?
A little bit of both. We used to always in the Jeep world, we would say it was lug nut Tuesday or Thursday or Friday or whatever day. And we would blast that on our social media page that it was check your lug nuts day, because we have had so many people get a tire that just comes off.
I got to stop you. You see this guy that posted in here?
Yeah.
His first name's Michael. And look at the difference in your last names by one letter.
Yeah.
And so the other day he was posting, and I'm like, holy shit. At first I thought it was you. And then I had to go back and reread it. Yeah. Anyway, I told him.
Yeah, he came on. I noticed him last week. And I mean, if you've been here longer than that, I'm totally sorry. But I noticed you last week, and I was like, I need to find a little bit more out about this.
Yeah, his first name's Michael. And it was funny because I told him, I was like, dude, if you got a bald head and a gray beard, there's something fishy going on.
Well, yeah. I mean, my DNA is not in the hiding side of it. So
I know, but still,
but it was still would be funny.
yeah.
Still
Anyway,
would be
go back to the lug nut thing. Sorry, that was one of
So
those.
like once a week we would say everybody go check your lug nuts, because you'd be surprised how many people would check it one week and the next week have a couple that were loose,
Yeah,
or go out there and just they're all fucking loose.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest. I don't check the lug nuts, but I do have this weird habit, and I say it's weird. It's probably not weird, but when I stop, I walk around the truck and the trailer, and I always put my hands on
It's
the
because you're from trucking world.
I always put my hands on the trailer axle, right on the center cap, to feel the heat. But I just visually look to see if I have all the lug nuts there. I usually
You don't
look
check
at
to see if they're tightened.
no, that takes too much energy, and I'm too fat and it's hot.
Yeah. And I mean, maybe it was the people in our Jeep group, because it was a Jeep group. So
It could have been. I mean,
maybe that's the problem.
I I saw something a minute ago. I was going to download it and play it on here, but these two kids were coming. They were in one of those little battery Jeeps, and they were going down a set of stairs. And so, I mean, they were having the time of their life, but the hood was flying up, and it was, this, when they got to the bottom, everything, I was like, looks like a Jeep to me after a good day of running.
It looked like it was wrecked.
It looked like it was wrecked. Sorry, Jeep guys. I'm just kidding.
That's funny.
And
So,
hey, Nathan.
Lester asks,
Oh.
you're getting ready to.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, there you go.
What'd you do?
Okay.
Oh.
Lester asks, how often do you check your brake lights? And it's funny, but I will check them in when I'm stopped at night and there's people behind me. I just look back and see that there's 2 damn red lights back there.
I got one for you. I'll back into a parking spot into a
with
business, the glass, and hit the brakes just to see. I'm like, fuck it, I ain't getting out.
No. Well, and it's it's just me, so it's like, how the hell am I going to check them really, other than doing that?
User reflection, good, yeah. Yeah. I'm dead serious, man. I have turned around in an O'Reilly parking lot just so I can see my brake lights.
I've pulled closer to pickup trucks to see if both headlights are working, because the tailgate's flat and I can see my headlights easier.
Yeah. And I'll admit, like on the Colorado, I need it. The headlights suck. So there's times at night I'm like, are these really on? I mean, it looks like daytime lights.
Chad,
check my blinker before.
That's someone that drives a G-Wagon would say.
Exactly.
I don't even know how to open the hood.
Haul out from Moab, man. I'm in Grand Junction.
Wow,
I'm not too far. I'm not too far from you.
All right. So
wait, Mason's here.
Mason Berry?
Whoa, hang on a minute.
Man.
Is this like
dude? If it wasn't sweaty balls outside, I'd say let's plan a trip. Lee and I'd head over to Arkansas, but no.
Man, it's so hot and humid down there. I mean, could you you remember our camping trip up on the Lake Ulaga and how hot it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hot, humid.
Yeah.
By a stinky hole lake.
I'm glad Mason showed up for a change.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice stuff. Let's see. What else do we have?
Okay, so we've covered diffs.
How about just regular fluids? Do you wait until your windshield wiper's out before you check it, or do you have do you do that whenever you do your oil change?
So when I get my oil change, when I've had my oil changed, they usually check all that stuff too, like fill up the washer fluid, and all that stuff. When I do the oil, not so much. I don't think about it. Yeah, I'm not really good at that.
Yeah, I mean, admittedly, it's one of those things where I don't have a routine with it, but I'll think about it every once in a while. And I think about it right before storm season hits, and that's whenever I usually do it.
Brian says, "Don't forget to check your muffler bearings." Brian's talking about Jeeps, not Colorados. I know.
That's too funny. Let's see. Check out fluid. That's what I had. So anybody out there, what all routine do you have as far as your maintenance? Another thing that you should consider is if you have a roof rack, you need to go and you need to make sure all that stuff is tightened.
What about windshield wipers?
Ooh, yeah, windshield wipers. Dude, when they start acting even kind of funny, I change them.
So when we were in Colorado earlier this month, Jamie was riding with me, and we got to the little rain shower, and I turned on the windshield wipers. He's like, "Yo, Dad, you need some new wipers. What the hell?" And I was like, "Just sit over there and shut up, mind your damn business, because you're not paying for it." But he was right, because yesterday when I turned my windshield wipers on, I got one piece on one about this long, and it's ripped off. So when it's going back and forth, there's this little flap that's rolling around. So I got to stop somewhere and get some windshield wipers. He was right. I was,
Yeah. Yeah. Anytime my windshield wipers like act any kind of funny, and maybe it's because we live in Oklahoma and when it rains, it can blind you.
yeah,
So that's a big thing for me. Windshield wipers. I change those religiously.
yeah. I should do that better.
And I always buy a better
Brand.
wiper.
Yeah. Lester says tire pressures. That's a great one to. Everybody has a different way of inflating theirs. I have discovered something though.
I have a light that comes on when it tells me if they're too low.
That's the dummy light. But
Why do I need to be concerned?
Yeah,
actually, that's a good idea, especially with gas prices.
Yeah,
because a higher air pressure in your tire will give you better gas mileage.
But I've discovered something. So, how many of you guys have power tanks with compressed CO2? I have figured out that if you air your tires up at a high altitude with CO2, when you come down to low altitude, they get low again, and you got to air them back up. So I didn't know that, but it doesn't matter.
I mean, does nitrogen have this?
I don't think nitrogen does that. Nitrogen doesn't expand, but I think the CO2 expands with the warm or contracts. Anyway, so
hey, we haven't done it.
Oh,
yeah, we're falling behind.
I know,
whiskey shot, mandatory whiskey shot. We're going to make up for this. We're going to do a couple of these here in the next few minutes. I've been drinking, but I just haven't done the whiskey shot out. So, oil fire whiskey.
Oof. Okay, one down.
Right.
Fluid leaks, just general fluid leaks. That's a great thing. So,
well, yeah, visual inspections. The first thing you should probably even think about. That's the easiest. Go around, just look like you were talking about checking your lug nuts. Go around just every once in a while, walk around your vehicle and make sure everything's where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Your tailpipe it and hanging down to the ground or anything like that.
Yep. Shake my roof rack since a custom. Oh yeah, especially when you do that if you have a custom build or whatever. So, what about when you're trailering, guys? So when you're trailering, do you every time you stop go back and check your chains, check your emergency brake controller cable to make sure it's connected, your hitch? I mean, there was a time when
full-time truckers don't even do that shit.
There was a time I do it, but that's habit. But
well, 90% don't.
I also have somebody else's trailer that doesn't belong to me, and I don't want to tear it up. But there was a point in time where people would, as they thought being funny, would unlatch your hitch, your ball hitch, on your trailer side, and you would, if you didn't check it, you go down the road and it'd bounce off. The chains would catch it, but so I visually look at that stuff whenever I leave the premises of my truck and come back.
Yeah, thanks for reminding all the teenagers out there.
If I catch somebody doing that, I'm gonna run them over with that trailer.
Dude, did you hear about that train hitting that dump truck?
Is that the one in Missouri that derailed?
Missouri, yeah, I think so. Like an Amtrak kind of train.
Yeah. They said there was like 200 something people injured.
Yeah. Do you know my gut feeling whenever I heard that?
What?
Was that was two high school kids that stole a dump truck and just thought it'd be funny. Didn't really think anything had happened.
I hope not.
Like, that's my gut feeling, because they never mentioned the driver of the truck being there. They never mentioned the company of the truck. They never mentioned any of that. They just said dump truck.
Oh.
So it makes me think that it was a dumb prank that was bad.
All right, Mason, have a good night. Thanks for joining in, buddy.
Good night, buddy.
Sleep good. I hope it wasn't, man, because that's a lot of. Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of people were hurt.
But I mean, to be
God.
out in the middle of the of nowhere like
Yeah.
that and to break down right there, you make that decision not to stop there way before that when you know you have car troubles.
I guess my question would be is the dump truck on one side a little bit more than the other? Could you just let off the brakes, the air brakes, and let it roll back? Or is
The
it
way it
bottom?
derailed it, I mean, that damn thing might have been.
Well, the Amtrak was just hauling the mail. You know they were. So
yeah. And someone was like, they don't have the safety guards that come down. It was parked. It wasn't like he crossed it and didn't know it was coming, because they didn't ever mention the driver. If the driver was anywhere near the vehicle, they would have mentioned that there was a driver.
I think I have a strange. Well, I have.
They wouldn't have said his name, but they would have mentioned that there was a driver.
Yeah, I have a huge respect for the trains, but I have this weird fear of like when I cross a train track, especially if it's one that's kind of out remotely and it's got a big, I always think about the semis that get high centered. I'm not going to get high centered, but I always sit there and think, God, it would suck to be high centered right here. You
somehow
couldn't go
get a flat right there. And
couldn't go anywhere or something, and
stuck in there or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always like.
It's like people who have fears of. It's like people who have the fear of of going over bridges. I go over a railroad track and I always think, man, this would be a shitty place for it to break down or to get stuck. But then again, you never know.
Yep, I believe that with Skip. Totally, 100%.
Checking lights, tires, hits. Yeah, I agree.
I mean that Sequoia has what, 300,000 miles on it.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's probably somewhere.
I would say, yeah.
Oh, here's a good one. How many people grease their drive shaft U-joints as soon as they get home from off-roading through water and mud? You know what? That's a valid statement, because he's right. Once you put that grease in there, it will actually force out the water before it sits in those bearings. So yeah, Craig,
that is something I may.
That's valid.
Add to my.
Yep.
Depleted maintenance list.
Yeah. See all the kind of helpful information you learn from these shows. I mean,
only bridge that bothers me is the Arkansas Bridge on I-40.
Oh yeah, the one that the barge or whatever hit.
The Weber Falls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hey, speaking of your theory about the dump truck or your fear or whatever it was, who remembers the guy that stole the Air Alaska airplane in Seattle?
Dude, I remember that.
I watched a little documentary and they recreated the flight path in a simulator and they played the audio back. It was timed with it, and that Joker turned that Q400 into a lawn dart. I mean, he rolled it. And he was so nice. The thing was, he was so polite. He's like, "Oh, I don't want to hold anybody up. Yeah, don't worry about me. I'll be all right. I kind of got myself in a bad place." And I mean, he was just like apologetic and nice. And then when he rolled the plane, the guy that was, I guess, chasing him in one of the military planes or something said, "Hey, man, good job. Or now that you've accomplished that, let's see if we can turn it around and head for the runway." And he shut up. He just went. So, really? Yeah. But it was pretty cool how they showed all the camera footage about how he worked there. So he got in, he actually started the plane, one engine, backed it up with the tug, unhooked everything, then got in the plane, started up, taxied out, took off. He's like,
he was able to do all that.
Yeah. And then he got in there and he's like, what was he asking questions? He was asking about some of the flight stuff and they were trying to tell him to put it on autopilot. And he's like, I don't know any of that stuff. So Nicholas is with us. Hey, buddy.
What up?
Yeah, I hadn't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well, man. Adam's here.
Right on.
I sent Adam your little picture about us talking about maintenance.
We're keeping tools.
It's exactly where your picture to go. Dude, I have my Step 22 tool roll packed to the gills, to the point where I may have to buy another one and carry two. And I don't know if that's a bad thing or good.
Do that.
The thing is, I don't hardly ever use them. Well, no, if you had a Nissan, you just leave that sumbitch on the side of the road, set fire to it, go get another one.
No, that was
Here's
the
to you, brother.
That was the Jeep
Oh, that
Liberty.
was the G Liberty.
Another shot.
That's-
I said we got to catch
okay.
up. Another shot.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Right on. Right on. So what else has been going on? Oh, there was a video that came out today that I didn't watch. I haven't seen it yet, but it's
Pull the tag.
our Grizzly Graham guy. Grant, what are you laughing at? What's going on?
Lester goes, pull the tag and walk away.
Wow.
Talk about your truck.
Yeah, no, I know what he's talking about.
Oh shit. Grizzly Graham. I haven't seen the video. What is it?
Well, it's one of his new that he does the Arc Off-Road. So he's got a new video coming out today. It was coming out at 6 o'clock. So it's out. I was doing research for this, so I didn't catch it. So I will watch that right after this. Also, those of you out there, we've got a sponsor that we can't really say much about it other than there's going to be a sale tomorrow, and you have to contact him personally to find out what sell items are, right?
Yep.
Is that the way you understood it?
Yep. Yeah.
So tomorrow you need to contact Chad Boyd at Overland Attic. He has got a ton of things that are going to be for sale I don't even know if we can say how much they're discounted.
Well, we can't say anything about that, but
big sale.
He said if you email, text, call, stop in, send up
contact him tomorrow.
Smoke signal or whatever you need to do tomorrow, he will give you the rundown. But you know how this all works. You can't do that kind of stuff on, you
can't advertise the sale.
Yeah.
Or the sale items.
So just make sure you go over there and hey, have y'all noticed Chad's installed
dude, he's got full vehicles running out of there like crazy.
I think he did 4 of the new iCamper 3.0s already.
Select rooftop tents, 25% off. Dude, 25% off.
Dude, he's got an early Stars and Stripes going on, man. Let's get after it. 25%.
Yep. So excited for 4th of July. It's one of my favorite holidays, but I do not go camping on 4th of July.
No. Okay. Here's the topic.
I mean, you are.
Yeah, I know, right?
Lie to me.
Yeah. All right.
Here's you're finding spots at places.
I don't think, they said that most of the national parks were down 33% at the beginning of the holiday Memorial.
Gas prices, they say, won't affect travel plans.
I know it. All right. So here's a hot topic. And somebody may or may not be listening. I don't know. I'm not going to mention names, but I posted a picture of 2 trailers the other day on the Overland Radio page.
Yep.
One is originally made in South Africa, and one is made in China at Alibaba. But what most people don't know is that Conquer makes their trailer in South Africa and sells only in South Africa and one little part of Australia. They contracted with somebody in China, and so the 440s and the 490s are all now made in China, like most all the other ones are. I'm sitting in one that's made in China, big, but anyway, I was looking at the comparison of the price. So the Conqueror's in that $60,000 range. This other one was like $22,000, and I'm like, I don't get it. They're both made basically in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I got called out and got a text message and basically said that I looked like an idiot because I didn't do my research and that Conquerors are made in South Africa, to which I then screenshot.
Matt sent you a text?
No, it wasn't Matt. No, somebody else, not Matt. No, not at all. And as a matter of fact, I forgot even Matt had one.
Yeah, I haven't seen him use it, but he has.
I know, but I forgot he even had it. But anyway, so I get a text message and basically was called out and said that, any kind of person worth their salt would have researched this and known better, to which I actually pulled up the forum administrator for Conquer and his post where he talks about why they did it and that those trailers that are coming to the U.S. and European markets are now made in China, and sent that to him, to which, I think then he understood what I was trying to get at. But what I think my my point was to try to build a discussion is why is there such a big difference in trailers
In price?
in price? Because you take two trailers that look relatively similar. I mean,
Well,
it's the
are they
same
both
as
made out of the same material? You know,
yeah,
like rooftop tents, you've got a
right.
manufacturer that has the day crew
Yep.
that's a more advanced crew, a better crew, they're using better equipment, but the night crew uses the same jig, so to speak, and just uses a different material for the tent. So then another company sells it or off brand or whatever.
Yeah.
Copycat.
I the trailers are essentially the same. I mean, and I even went to a dealer that used to sell the Conquer and even said, okay, just make sure that this information that I got is correct. And he's like, yeah, it is. He goes, they're now made there in China. And I said, I don't understand the differences in the price. You got $22,000.
Name alone.
It probably is just the name because everybody associates that name with, South African. It would be like, well,
Dude,
I mean,
because even if they used a different stove option,
yeah,
and all those inner things, it wouldn't be that drastic. It
that's
changed the
40.
price.
That's roughly $40,000 in difference.
Yeah, unless it was just gutted, but
Right.
still.
But even still, so my point is to kind of talk about, or get that discussion going about the differences. There's a lot of these trailers. I'm sitting in one that does originate as a frame in a box in China, and then it comes here and it gets air conditioning and wiring and TVs and the toilets and the hitch goes on and the suspension. I mean, there's a lot more that still happens here in the U.S., but over there in China, they're building these trailers like wildfire. Places like South Africa can't build them, so they have to go to China to get them built. But damn,
People
man,
that we know in South
$40,000.
Africa, the labor is just the
Yeah,
want of the labor is different. Like they
yeah,
don't want to do it. Anyway,
and
that's a
there's
whole nother story.
yeah, it's a whole nother one. But anyway, I kind of got raked over the coals over that one. It was kind of funny. It's okay though. It sparked off a good conversation, and I think at the end of it, we all learned something.
You learned that you were right.
Maybe, but I mean,
Like
it's
you
not.
knew it, but yeah,
Well, I knew it, but I didn't
just
want
proved
to.
it.
Well, I think sometimes you just have to. It's a lot of this stuff that we do nowadays. It's so, huh?
I totally agree.
I
Some
mean,
people just need to be bitch slapped. Like, look, shut up. This is. I'm telling you, this is what it is. Like, you need to calm down, sit down, shut up, and mind your business. Stay
well,
in your lane.
that's what you say to the guy, the people who say that men can have babies. You need to sit them down, and slap the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You and I
that's
had that
all.
long discussion the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got next?
I mean, that's like in my notes. That's what I have, unless people are talking. Oh, Lester said, "Do you check and see if your rooftop tent bolts are tight?" Now, I don't put a wrench to them, but I'll look and see if like those little straps, like you tighten it and it's got that metal thing with the little rubber around it that goes underneath the bar to keep it connected.
Yeah.
I'll look and make sure that still looks like there's tension.
Man, could you imagine? I know it's happened, but could you imagine being the guy behind somebody with a big alu cab or a quick pitch, and that some bitch came flying off? Like, oh my god!
No, I mean, yeah, it's bound to have happened, but I'm pretty sure it probably was more of a slide off. Because they're heavy as fuck, dude.
I know, but man, you get one like looking at yours. The when you're going down the road, you can see the front of yours lift like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've seen it just ever so little.
That's probably pulling the whole bed up like that. Then next time you look, next time you see it doing that, look and see if my bed wiggles.
Yeah, I will. I'll have to.
Because I'd be interested to know. I mean, it could be the front because there's that long. You've got the
hangover
cross member closest to the front here, but then you got the hangover over the whole front of the truck, which isn't too terribly bad, but still.
Hey, is anybody going to the Pacific Northwest? Just curious if
anybody up in that area, anybody going?
Yeah.
Probably
what else we got? I can't think of anything else.
So other than that, what other maintenance is there? I mean, like your gear. You guys need to check your gear. We talked about that. This is the summer. This is the summer because of gas prices and heat. That it'd
I got
probably
something
be a
here.
good time to do all your maintenance, to check all your bolts, to do all that stuff, to check your lights, check your wiring harnesses, like all the things. Check your air filters, check your. Oh, I know another one. What about your indoor air filter inside the vehicle? Where did my phone go? I thought it was pretty funny. Like, how often do you change those out? I thought it was funny on Google. It actually says 90 days to 3 months. It actually says 90 days to 3 months. Cabin filter. Yep. Whenever I had my Jeep, it was often because I'd have the doors off, that whole kind of thing. When I had my Liberty, that thing would get pretty plugged up, and it took 2, if I remember correctly. So yeah. Hey, did you hear me? Were you listening at all?
Yeah, I was listening. I was trying to find I think I put it in the truck. I was going to show you guys a cool pack raft that's small, that's great for camping. But
right on. How often do you change out your cabin filter? How often do you think Google says you should? Or did you hear that part?
I didn't. I heard it, but I don't remember it because I was focused somewhere else. But let's just say that I don't think I've ever changed the cabin filter in any of my vehicles in my entire 50
Google
years.
Actually, for real, says
what?
Like, they think we're stupid. It says 90 days or 3 months.
Holy crap,
dude! That's the same thing.
I know, but still, that's not even.
Yeah, that's shorter time than you thought.
Yeah.
90 days to 3 months, right?
All right, everybody remember this. Contact Chad at Overland Attic tomorrow.
Yeah. Sale.
Wish I had a cabin filter. I was seeing some horrible cabin filters.
Toyotas don't have cabin filters?
Cabin filter, my shit's too old. That's good, Chad. It's like it's too old.
I never even knew one existed until I think it was when I had the Liberty, because I never changed anything out in the Jeep. It was the Liberty. The Liberty was the first time that I knew that there was even a cabin filter, but that's also going down fucking dirty ass roads all the time.
Yeah.
So in a regular car, I don't think I ever thought that I needed, or I got screwed when I took it in to get the air conditioner fixed because it wasn't working, and all they did was change out a cabin filter and then charge me $500 for an O-ring or some bullshit.
Hey, has anybody got new products they want to talk about? Michael, you got anything new?
New gear? The axe and a cooking setup, pots and pans and shit.
Oh, we gotta see that next week.
So that's all that I've got new. My next purchase is going to be probably more for what we're doing. So I think I'm going to get some a good webcam and maybe a couple other things to help this be a better presentation.
Well, I can tell you this. I really like my new packing cubes.
Oh, I know what I need to get. I think I'm just going to go ahead and just get a fridge slide, or at least a fridge holder.
Yeah. Oh no!
And instead of building a thing,
go ahead and get the slide, man.
Well, instead of building a thing, I'm just worried that if I build it and because it's not underneath a camper, I'm just looking for the wood to rot and then have to deal with that later. So, pay once, cry once.
Mm-hmm.
New GMRS radio on the way. What did you get there, Adam Wood? What's coming to you? So Olivia contacted the people with that tornado chase looking truck, the weather truck.
Yeah.
And they're sending them. He told me, well, one of the guys that works there I talked to said that, we're getting some radio sent to us. I was like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Wonder how that happened. So, yeah, that's kind of fun. New used Scottle. You know,
Yeah.
he buys stuff all the time. Yeah,
He,
Lester
yeah,
says get a slide also.
yeah. We also get our asses chewed out because we'll mention something new and give him a link, and then he's like, "What is it?" He said the last time, "You fuckers cost me money every time I listen to y'all on the radio."
Yeah. Here's the problem. Okay, so here I go back to the slide part of it. I still kind of want it in the back corner of the truck.
Oh, okay. Well, do the one. Oh,
I
no,
know
you
that
can't do
sounds
that one.
weird, but I've got it now that it's going to be like more on the ground, on the bed of the truck.
Yeah.
I got to see if that is too low to reach up. And I know if I get a lift and a little bit bigger tires, it'll change it. But I just don't like the idea of having a narrower place to put shit from the back of the truck.
I think by the time you crawl up there a time or two to get to it, you're going to change your mind.
Well, no, I can access it from the side of the truck.
You can still get it from the side easy enough? Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess if you can do that.
I say that when it was 4 inches higher off the ground, I can.
Dude, experiment with it a few times and try it and see before you make a final decision.
Yeah.
Adam's getting the Wooson.
Oh, nice. Can't wait to hear about it.
Adam, we have an affiliate link on our website to Midland, so if that one doesn't do it for you.
You need something different.
Yeah, you need to get the new one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's Ocean. That's right. I forgot why they did that. I thought it was Wooson or something, but
that's not Ocean. It's not how you spell ocean, guys.
Fuck off.
Is it?
Anyway.
Is it a foreign word?
Shit.
I mean, are you saying it right? But it's
Adam just had to correct me. He could have just waited till he saw me in the Pacific Northwest and pulled me to the side and go,
no, hey, dude, we got to do it right now in front of everybody.
He could have said, hey, dumbass, it's actually Ocean, not Wooson or whatever.
Or it means like that. I'm not sure you're not saying it wrong.
I don't know.
Maybe it means that.
But no, he had to throw me under the bus.
Hey, Adam, my daughter got a kitty cat named Oliver. And it stays at her mom's house, but he is pretty badass. He's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got a couple of projects for Adam. He's gonna have to hurry up and tighten up. Trying to make him some money here, and he just, laying around.
Is he still like building a building, or is he done?
Last time I saw him, he had his feet up on a desk. He wasn't doing shit. Everybody else was working, but he wasn't.
It's the yellow one.
You believe that?
That's the yellow one.
Yellow or orange?
Yeah, yellow or orange, whatever. So anyway, okay. I'm done talking to you. Are you done talking to me?
If you need a solar setup, get with Zamp. That's the way to go. Made in America, baby. Buy once, cry once.
Anyone doing anything this 4th of July weekend? I am not sure yet. Molly, for Father's Day, got us AMC movie tickets and Olive Garden gift certificate so that I can take her out to a movie and dinner. So we're going to do that. And then, of course, there's going to be family time, girlfriend time. So I don't know. I'd like to go at least do Purgatory Road, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that this weekend. But that's on my list of maybes.
I'm going to try to see Top Gun Saturday or Sunday.
Dude, I can't wait to talk to you about it.
I'll call you as soon as I'm done.
Have you kept from watching any of the YouTube videos?
I haven't watched any of the trailers or anything.
Dude, take some tissue paper. You're going to cry.
Whatever.
Dude, you just wait. You're going to cry. Dude, I boo-hooed like a baby like 2 or 3 times.
The only thing I'm going to cry over is not being able to fly one of them planes with them.
Dude, I'm telling you right now that a younger me would have been like, it was more impactful on that side than Top Gun was. Top Gun was super cool. Obviously, I wasn't a pilot and didn't plan on ever being one. But the planes in this.
Oh, I know. They're supposed to be far superior, but.
Craziness.
Chad.
Like Chad's like, it's all good. It's so good. And Elvis, same way. You can go see Elvis?
Nope. Don't give 2 shits about Elvis.
It's supposed to be amazing.
Don't give 2 shits about the Buzz Lightyear thing where the 2 people are smooching or whatever. I don't really care.
Yeah. I hear it's more of like a family peck than it is any kind of long
but
drawn out
still,
thing. But
those kind of movies
I
really
think
aren't
there's no reason for it to be in a kids show. No reason.
Well, I'm just not into those things anyway, so I'll let the kids go watch them. I don't care.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm a big Toy Story is like one of my favorites.
Now I do like. I admit they're okay, but I just don't make it a point to go watch them. I'll wait till later on down the road and then I'll watch them.
Yeah. No, we started a thing a long time ago that Thanksgiving there was always a kids movie that came out.
Yeah.
So we started going to the movie as a family on my mom's side because we would meet for Thanksgiving. After our lunch, because we'd do Thanksgiving as a lunch, we'd go to the movie because they were open. And 101 Dalmatians, Toy Story, that kind of started the whole thing the first couple of years. And then as everybody got older, we started going seeing Unforgiven and
Damn.
shoot 'em up movies.
Bang,
Machete,
bang.
I think we saw one year.
Oh my God. Are you serious? Oh, geez. Right,
Bad Santa, maybe. I think Bad Santa was one year.
Listen, just so everybody knows, no, that's funny, but you made me think of something. Chad actually made me think of something. I'm putting together a list of some of the new rooftop tents that have come out this year. So if anybody has any that they want me to include in the list, and we're going to post them up on the screen and talk about them soon. I'm working on a show for us so that we'll have a rooftop tent thing where we can talk about all the latest and greatest. There's some new stuff out from 23.0 that looks really cool. You got iCamper's new 3.0. And then there is some stuff coming from Darchi, I think, towards the end of the year. But anyway, we're going to have a show here for too long.
Does new equal good? Sometimes. Most of the time.
I mean, I guess. Are we? What?
Does it equal better?
Wait, what's? Yeah.
I think that's the question. Like, does new equal good or better? Then
that's like saying, is a virgin good or better? I mean, think about it,
dude. They don't know what they're doing.
All right, we gotta go. All Chinese.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the virgins or the
trailer? Stop it, Lee.
All right, everybody have a good night.
Hey, everybody, whatever you do, make sure that you. Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Thank you, Lee, for everything that you do.
Oh,
appreciate you, man. Everybody out there, thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Please be sharing this. It really does help out with all the things. We love that you guys are in the chat. It's the highlight of the show that you guys do the chat and you're in the chat and you make this show more entertaining. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Tell everybody about it. Whatever you do, make sure that you go all over.
Later, guys.